NBC 10, coverage you can count on. Live from our studios in West Monroe, this is NBC 10 News at 10.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Brea Douglas. Meteorologist Natalie Walters will be along in just a moment with your check of your weather. But first, the news. The superintendent of Monroe City Schools says she's considering making some changes in leadership at failing schools within the district. Last month, the state released a new way of grading schools. Districts are now receiving letter grades. Several schools within the Monroe City School District received a D or F grade. The district itself was given a D grade. Dr. Kathleen Harris tells NBC 10 News that she intends to explore with the board some changes at the top at failing schools. Dr. Harris says she is cognizant of the school board policy that structures the way school employees join and leave the district. Dr. Harris did not go into much detail, but says something must be done to help improve schools. A South Arkansas native has been killed while serving her country in Afghanistan. The Department of Defense says Serena Butcher was killed when her vehicle came into contact with a roadside bomb. The 19-year-old was a member of the Oklahoma National Guard. Butcher leaves behind her daughter, who lives in El Dorado with relatives. An indicted Monroe police officer has been fired. After serving nearly a decade, Corporal Raul Johnson was handed his termination notice on Wednesday. Johnson is accused of stealing items from local stores, reselling them on eBay, and pocketing almost $200,000. While the internal investigation by Monroe PD is complete, the FBI investigation is ongoing.
I stress, and members of this department stresses, is that we're not above being held accountable, and that's what this is about. Is that I expect more out of our officers. The public expects it, the law requires it, and I intend to fulfill my obligation to make sure that this department has the best officers available to provide the best service possible.
Monroe's police chief says Johnson will have 15 days to appeal his firing. In Lincoln Parish, a state trooper accused of rape has bonded out of jail. State police say Trooper Randy Allman is facing criminal charges after a woman claimed he sexually assaulted her after a party. He was arrested on simple rape charge and has bonded out of jail. Trooper Allman was off duty and on sick leave at the time of the alleged attack. State police say the 16-year-old veteran trooper is on forced leave. Trooper Allman's first court date has not yet been set. A West Monroe man is in jail charged with attempted second-degree murder after police say he cut his girlfriend's throat. 42-year-old Keith Franklin was arrested last night. Authorities say it happened after Franklin and his live-in girlfriend got into an argument. The victim is listed in critical but stable condition. The Louisiana State Police Marshal's office is calling a fatal fire in Tallulah early Wednesday morning suspicious. The fire broke out on Holt Street just before 3:30 this morning. After the fire was contained, police found 41-year-old Johnny Tompkins dead inside the bedroom of the house. Family members say he lived there for more than 20 years. Investigators are trying to determine if someone set the house on fire.
Whoever is responsible for this incident, they need to go on man up or whatever they're going to do, accept the punishment. Because this is a tragic accident to my first cousin, my family.
Tompkins' body has been sent to New Orleans for autopsy. If you have any information about the fire, you're urged to call the Madison Parish Sheriff's Department at 318-574-1831. A deal to sell a local water company to another company in Canada has fallen through. Now, Greater Washita Water Company says they're considering placing a bid. NBC 10's Megan Fitzgerald reports.
All that cloudiness in it?
5 years. That's how long LWC customer Matthew Lottinger says he's been dealing with what he calls a water nightmare.
Water being cut off and on, poor quality, poor customer service.
Back in July, when former CEO Jeff Pruitt was sentenced to 21 months in prison for violating the Clean Water Act, Lottinger said justice was served. He was anxious for a new water company to come in and fix the issues he says he's been dealing with for half a decade.
Everyone kept assuring us that there was a sale pending and a sale was going through.
But about 4 months later, no sale, and Lottinger says he still has dirty water. From the looks of the water, it looks clear. We'll try and fill this glass up for you to take a look. Maybe just a little bit cloudy, but Lottinger tells us that we got him on a good day. Usually the water is brown and it's got particles inside. At this point, he says all he wants are answers. But according to the Louisiana Service Commission, Lottinger is going to have to wait a little bit longer since the deal with Liberty Water is a no-go. But it's not all bad news. Greater Ouachita says they're not only interested in buying LWC, they want the deal to work out. Whatever happens, Matthew Lottinger says he's just hoping for better service and water he won't be afraid of drinking. Megan Fitzgerald, NBC 10 News.
Tommy Starks with Greater Ouachita says the matter is under review tonight. Site Selection magazine says Louisiana has the 7th best business climate ranking. The magazine based its ranking on several criteria, including competitiveness and new projects attracted in 2011. This current ranking is the highest Louisiana has ever achieved on a national ranking for business.
It lets them know something's bubbling in the root pot, if you will, because you can't get all this great press, all these reforms we've passed in the last few years, without where there's smoke, there's fire. So these economic developers, these CEOs are attracted and they're fascinated with our state. They go and look in it and they see the climate that's been created, and before you know it, they're looking for a place to locate one of their divisions, one of their headquarters. So it's very exciting.
And in case you were wondering, Texas was selected as the state with the best business climate. Still to come on NBC 10 News, we'll have a look at your chilly Thursday forecast when we return.